Hello and good morning to each and everyone who joined us. This is Good Morning Kuwait and this is your host Emel Al Mulla coming to you live from 9 till 10 every day. And it is a wonderful day, a beautiful day to begin with. Well, the showers are here and there and the clouds are everywhere. But before we start anything, or before we start talking about the weather and all of those wonderful things, how about I greet my co-host and hello, good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Emel, and good morning to you, dear viewers. What a lovely and chilly morning today. We have today a various segments and special guests as always. We are so happy and pleased to have them with us this morning, so please keep watching us till the end of the program and never go away. So, Emel, first of all, we know Kuwait, and we know we are living in a really wonderful season, January and February, which was the most beautiful month here in Kuwait, in my opinion.
Yes.
Because the weather is really lovely and warm. Sometimes it gets really chilly, but it's really lovely. So we have too many places here, lovely places here in Kuwait to go, isn't it?
It is, Sarah, and you know what? Well, the months of February and January are the festival months in Kuwait, because all of Kuwait really festive the month of February, especially the 25th and 26th. And Sarah, we have so many places to go outdoors, as you said, in February, January, because of the weather. And I know that you've been saying it's a chilly, but it's not that much of a chilliness, you know. It's a wonderful weather. You can really enjoy it no matter what. You can go outside, barbecue, you can have a little bit of a cup of tea or coffee, and you enjoy these days as much as you can, because, well, this is what we have. This is the time of having the best things ever. And Sarah, I know that you have said we have lots of places to go, so I think Winterland is one of them, as you said.
Exactly, and I know a lot of people actually here in Kuwait and all around us, people, our part of the countries, trying to visit us. And they want to know the beautiful, most beautiful places here in Kuwait, and the one of the most heritage and historical places in Kuwait, of course, Limbarakiyah, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
With this beautiful, actually it gives you that all the traditional historical spirit, Kuwaiti spirits, with that all the traditional stores, the clothes, especially that delicious Kuwaiti food, isn't it?
Yes.
Cuisines, actually. And also I love having some breakfast with my family in Limbarakiyah. I don't know why. I feel so warm and cozy, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Limbarakiyah is the most wonderful place to visit because, you know, it's in the middle and the heart of Kuwait. It really combines Jibla and Sharq, and those are the most important places that people in Kuwait in the past, when they were inside that wall of Kuwait, in it. And it was a port as well as a market and a local market. And they used to have so many spices depending on the weather.
Yes.
And speaking about the weather, I think we have something that coming up soon.
Exactly, Emel. So, dear viewers, how about to check the weather segment for today and for the next following days with our colleague Fahad Latabi.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Unstable weather today with light to moderate, freshening at times. Southeasterly wind may reach 50 km per hour. We are expecting light to heavy rain sometimes over some areas, so please take caution while you're driving in the highway. Also, chances of rain will continue with us until tomorrow, Tuesday. State of sea is going to be slight to moderate rough at times, and the wave height from 4 to 7 feet. But we are expecting chances of rain will decrease gradually by tomorrow afternoon, and the northwesterly wind will come back again. Maximum temperature expected may reach 14 degrees today. For the minimum, we recorded between 5 to 8 degrees. State of sea is going to be 4 to 7 feet by day, but it's going to be 2 to 6 feet at night. Expected weather in Kuwait City for the next 5 days, rather cold weather by day, but it's going to be very cold weather over the desert area, especially late night and early morning. Minimum temperature expected to reach 5 to 7 degrees. But the feeling temperature may reach 3 to 2 degrees over some areas, especially the desert area, also the agriculture area. Northwesterly wind will come back again, expecting late night Tuesday. This is our weather forecasting this morning, and now let's go back to our colleague.
And we're back with you thanks to our colleague Fahad. And now with the headlines from Kuna. Our first headline says His Highness the Emir Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah congratulated Croydon University Hospital's new head surgeon, Dr. Waddah Al Rifa'i, who was recently appointed as head of the Technical Research Department at the university. Proud moment to all of us.
Exactly, Amal. There is an increasing relationship between narcotic abuse and injuries caused by a traffic accident in Kuwait, said the orthopedic surgeon.
And on the weather segment, an intense cold wave hit New Delhi and other North Indian states on Sunday, disrupting road, train and air traffic movement according to local reports.
Gold prices climbed to their highest level in 6 months last week at 1,875 an ounce, mentioning that there is a coincidence with the release of American employment statistics. This is all the news, dear viewers, we have for today. Let's have this tiny little break and then we'll move on.
And welcome back, dear viewers. Well, Sarah, you said the last news is about the gold climbing up.
Yes.
And that's an opportunity for the people who have really bought gold before when it was really down. And now it's a time for selling. So did you buy some gold?
Well, I have to buy actually for the couple of days actually, because I know that the best investment is buying some gold, isn't it?
Be careful, not now. Now it's the time for selling, because you buy it when the gold is at the lowest. Now the gold has really reached a high end point. And I know one of our really trusted consultants, and also Dr. Salah Al-Jimaz, who said all about the gold. You can really follow him. And speaking about follow, how about we welcome the beautiful Captain Sarah Jamil from the Ministry of Interior and Information segment. Hello and good morning, Captain Sarah.
Good morning to you, Amal, and to Sarah, and to our dear viewers, and welcome to the Ministry of Interior segment.
Well, good morning to you, Captain Sarah. First of all, we'd like to know the latest security media update in our country, state of Kuwait.
I think there's something technical with the sound.
Actually,
yeah. So I think we need to check with Captain Sarah a little bit with her voice, because we'd like to hear what she has to say, Sarah. And you know, this morning when I was driving from my home till here, there was a little bit of a traffic on the road.
Because I think because we have some showers today.
Exactly.
It's written like 90% of showering, isn't it?
And it was showering a little bit in the southern of Kuwait. But you know, the most important thing during those times, you have to check your tires as well as though your windshields and your wind wipers. You have to check them very well and go and do an like a service, annual service or semi-annual, Sarah.
Exactly.
It is very important. A lot of people would get the flashlights on that time. Don't. It's only for emergency, and if you are parked, because if you put the flashlights while you're driving, we would think that you have stopped, so we would stop at the same time. So that is really
great information from you, Emel, actually. And please, dear viewers, be careful if we're going to have a really heavy rains today. Please avoid texting and having some phone calls, and be careful and be focused on the roads for your safety and for your beloved ones.
So how about we check a quick break, then continue with Captain Sarah if she's there.
Well, I think we're back again, dear viewers, with Captain Sarah Jamil. Are you with us, Captain Sarah?
And to our dear viewers, and welcome to the Ministry of Interior's segment.
Well, how about we listen to the all latest news with Captain Sarah. Tell us what you have, Captain.
Yes, Amal. According to the control room report and the traffic enforcement cameras, and up to this hour, the traffic movement is looking fairly good in the most part, better than today earlier. Actually, today morning, the roads were congested, and it was expected because private schools are back now, and the peak hour in Kuwait City starts from 7 to 9 a.m. and all employees are going to their work, so the roads congestion was expected at that time. It's very important here to remind the viewers to check the GPS technology, the maps application on your mobile phone before you are leaving home, so you will find less crowded routes and avoid stucking in traffic. Also, leave your home earlier at morning to avoid stucking in traffic. Also, as you know, Amal and Sarah, now the weather is unstable, so be careful. We are expecting to have rain maybe at 10 a.m. today, and still we don't know the density, if it's medium or light or high density, so please be careful while driving in rain. Reduce the speed limit as much as you can and leave enough, plenty space between your vehicle and the vehicle ahead. Avoid the water puddles, and in case of minor accident, just move your vehicle to the right side of the road and never use the hazard light until your vehicle is totally stopped. Avoid taking pictures, filming some videos while driving. Avoid using your mobile phone in hand while driving, and of course, call the emergency hotline 112 if it's necessary. It's also, maybe we'll take the chance today and talk, Amal and Sarah, about the sixth generation of cameras. And these cameras, the General Department of Traffic installed these cameras on all the roads. And these cameras have multiple advantages, such as monitoring and tracking the high speed on all roads, the traffic lights, and the prohibited turn right or left. Also, parking or stopping in the yellow box, in addition to using mobile phone in hand violation, and also not wearing the seatbelt. It's very important here again to clarify that our aim in the Ministry of Interior, not the violation, not the ticket. We aim to protect people's lives. We aim to protect or reduce the number of people who injured or killed because of accidents. So be careful. The traffic rules and norms exist to save your life and the road users also life. Maybe we will conclude our segment today with a cybersecurity advice. And please don't buy the entertainment tickets for music concerts or other entertainment venues from non-official websites. Just buy the tickets from official websites to avoid the scammers or to avoid any robbing attempts. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. I wish you and the viewers a happy, wonderful, and of course safe day. Back to studio.
Well, thank you, Captain Sarah Jamil, for public relation and media security, and big thanks and efforts for you and for Ministry of Interior. So, dear viewers, don't go away. Let's have this tiny little break, and then we'll move on with our episode.
And we're back with you, please, as the Ministry of Interior's representative, Captain Sarah Jamil, have just said, take care of yourself and your loved ones while driving through all of that heavy rain that's going to come today. And we're really glad of that. Stay home if you don't have anything to go out to, and take photos of that wonderful rain. But if you're out, keep your phones aside and take care while you're driving. And now from our beloved Kuwait rains to another heritage areas, and I think, Sarah, you have it.
Yes, exactly. The Ministry of Information announced the opening of the Yom al-Bahar Heritage Village after 2 years of closure. The opening procedures were surprise of the Governor of the capital, Sheikh Talal al-Khalid al-Sabah, and the Assistant Undersecretary of the Financial and Administrative Affairs, Salim al-Tayyan. That's really great news, Emma.
It is, and our phone call will be with the perfect person that reflects the important, significant logistics of that place, Yom al-Bahar. So how about we welcome Mr. Mazen Al-Ansari, Acting Assistant Undersecretary for Foreign Media Affairs and the traditional village of Yom al-Bahar. Hello and good morning, Mr. Mazen.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
It is a wonderful morning, and we wanted to ask Mr. Mazen, is one of the most significant places here in Kuwait, Yom al-Bahar. What is your option of the new opening to it?
Yes, good morning. You know, the Yom al-Bahar village is not new. It has been renovated. So renovating Yom al-Bahar village actually will have several positive benefits for our country, for Kuwait, and for the people, for the visitors of Kuwait, for tourists, and also as well as the younger generation, you know, the children in our homes. So it's a family-oriented village. Now this is, you know, this accomplishes the entertainment goals. You know, one of the future pillars of Kuwait, of course, is developing infrastructure. So the recent renovations involve improving the overall appearance of the village and making it more attractive, more interesting, and more fun for the visitors when they come to enjoy, you know, on the weekend or during the week. The expectations from the visitors are higher. And that is why the area has been developed, has been improved, and you know, now it has more shops, more cultural activities, art, heritage, historical artifacts that are on display. There is a variety of activities for everyone. You arrive to the village with big expectations, and the village needs to deliver.
Well, this is really great.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I think this is really great, Mr. Mazen, and I really remember all of those times before when we had fun playing those old games. So I think Sarah has also some questions to ask of herself.
Exactly. I remember the big box, actually. Remember that.
Exactly.
We know, Mr. Mazen, Yom al-Bahar, one of the most beautiful places here in Kuwait, the historical places that really attracts too many generations, starting from children, youth, and also the elderly people. So from your perspective, how concerned is the Kuwait with its traditional places such as Yom al-Bahar?
Yes, as I mentioned, you know, it's Kuwait is very keen on improving the infrastructure, developing the infrastructure of the country, especially the entertainment, the recreational areas. So overall, the development of Yom al-Bahar, as you said, brings back memories, fond memories, wonderful memories of the past. It is now let's say, more modernized, more technologically advanced. There is a special area for children that is being developed. It's not yet finished. It caters specifically to the children. This will take maybe another month or so for the, you know, as you enter Yom al-Bahar, on the right side, you will see a fence, a green fence. This is where the children's area is being constructed as we speak. It should be ready, inshallah, within a month. So the kids can be excited about that.
Well,
wow.
We are excited as well,
exactly.
And we are hoping that it would finish soon, so it would really coincide with the 25th and 26th celebrations of Kuwait National Day.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes, thanks very much, Mr. Mazen Ansari, Acting Assistant Undersecretary for Foreign Media Affairs, for giving us a hint about the Yom al-Bahar. You can visit it, and you can really imagine all of those old days with that old houses replica, and it's really significant place on the map of Kuwait. And I think we need a quick break, then continue Good Morning Kuwait.
And we are back again, dear viewers, with our first interview segment, let's say second interview segment for today. The Naval Awards for the Middle East and the Indian subcontinent. The Maritime Standards Award recognize, celebrate and reward the achievements of the outstanding performances in the shipping and maritime industries. With the honor, the reason for the company obtaining this award, we provide PDF including, but not limited to, CMS OLP simulators, and online courses. So, dear viewers, our guest, he is 30 years old of experience the maritime industry with the impeccable knowledge, conducted different training programs, and as an active role in the international maritime event. He joined KOTC as a cadet and rose through the ranks to become a master on board oil and gas vessels. Let's welcome, dear viewers, our guest, Captain Anwar Buftain. He is a team leader, maritime affairs and risk assessment, fleet maritime operation. So, hello and good morning, Captain.
Good morning to you.
We are so pleased and have you with us in our show today.
My pleasure.
So first of all, we know there is an award, Captain, that was won by the Kuwait oil tanker company. What was that award actually, Captain?
Well, basically the award was is to do with the education and training by the organizer called Maritime Standard Award, which is recognize companies and organizations on different categories. Basically to do with the port development, ship operations, also new buildings. One of the awards is education and training.
Yes, that's amazing. So speaking about the training, we know there's a workshop like education and training that was also won by this company. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, basically the award is focusing on contribution of the organization or company toward the industry by achieving developed several best practice to the industry, which is recognized internationally, which add value to the training on the industry itself.
That's amazing. So who are involved in these courses, Captain?
Well, basically, these are design trainings, which is covered for the seafarers, basically to enhance their knowledge and experience, and working beyond the maritime standard training itself.
That's amazing. Are they actually seizing, seizing certain features, or is only open for everyone?
Well, again,
about these courses,
basically, again, these trainings which is provided, it's for the maritime industry on different areas. So to enhance their knowledge, to enhance their experience in different areas, such as on safety, environmental protections, and also via the energy saving.
That's amazing. So who are actually the entities, let's say, let's say, first of all, let's talk about the reason of the Kuwait oil tanker company to receive this award, Captain.
Again, just to give a brief about the award criteria.
Yes.
Basically, who's the participant first? The participant in this criteria or this award is educational institute, shipping companies, and training center. On the submission of the papers, that to recognize whose company has developed and the best practice of training contributed toward the industry. So among these countries, which is from the Middle East and Indian subcontinent, that's from Qatar, from Bahrain, Singapore, and other countries.
Great.
So it goes through a judge panels to decide which project is meeting the best practice and enhancing the training within the industry. And that's the award which was awarded. And by the way, the second award has been granted for KOTC itself.
That's amazing. And because of those actually awards, actually that's raised up our flags of Kuwait, isn't it, Captain?
Correct.
So in your perspective, actually, where does such award put Kuwait actually in the map of globally? Well,
basically, KOTC, or Kuwait Oil Tanker Company, always strive to maintain the high standard and remain pioneer in the shipping industry. And that also will reflect positively on the revenue of the company, also to increase the chances or to be in the shipping industry, having a higher chance of being operating within the industry.
That's amazing. Are you actually proud of those achievements, Captain? And do you have any other plans in your future?
Well, as frankly speaking, any achievement, it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of initiatives to achieve. Of course, we are proud of this today, of having such an award, which is especially with the competent awards in this award was a huge training institute or educational institute, and that we are glad to be selected this year for this award.
That's amazing. So, Captain, 30 years of experience. That's amazing in maritime. So, in your point of view, are there any huge demand in our new generation to put or get you through your subject or your topic like a maritime?
Well, we always encourage the young youth into the industry itself. It's a very interesting industry, full of challenges, and I'm sure it's a career where if somebody have a feeling toward it, he will achieve the best out of it.
That's amazing. Do you have any last words, Captain?
Thanking you, actually, for being today your guest.
You are most welcome, Captain, and big thanks and appreciation to our dear guest, Captain Anwar Buftain. Is a team leader, Marine Affairs and Risk Assessment Fleet. So, dear viewers, let's move on to another aspect. Let's talk about that she is a great college talented girl among other activities, maybe because she is a decorative and designer at the same time. She seized those crafting passion for making stuff. She is Gumar Khajem. Let's go, and she is one of the first segments presented to our program. So let's welcome our colleague Gumar with her report together.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode here in Good Morning Kuwait. Today we're going to be repurposing things in our house instead of throwing them out. Let's begin, shall we? Now, one of the things that I found that are so cute and adorable, and I never want to throw them away, are oysters. But what can you do with oysters, especially that if they dry, they're going to have a white layer on top, and they're gonna start patching. I'm gonna help you today how to maintain its shine and beautifulness. Now, as you can see, I have a box here filled with water, and I'm soaking the oysters inside. Now, if you leave them wet, it's gonna stay intact. As soon as it dries up again, it's gonna start patching up, okay? So this is a nice way to keep them in your home and start whenever you want. I've tried so many things that can help me keep its shine, but I found that it's very hard, especially with the craft stores. But here's a trick. Clear nail polish, any clear nail polish that you can find could help, okay? Don't wait for it to dry. As long as it's wet, you can start. And go as hard as you can. Just go like there's no tomorrow. Just add the gloss, because if you add a lot, it's gonna be more shiny. Okay? So, after this step, when you're done, of course you're gonna go back and front. After doing so, you're gonna end up with it looking like this. It's gonna be glossy and shiny, and it's gonna stay like this forever, okay? You can keep it like this, and you could use it as a decoration, or you could add a bit of funk to it. You could paint it, let's say. Here I have beautiful golden color that I found very useful for so many things, especially masks. And I'm gonna do it with a nice sponge that I have. It's actually a makeup sponge. I didn't buy anything new. I'm using stuff that I have already at home, and I'm just repurposing it instead of having it laying around. So you just start by tabbing, and doing so, going all around, and then wait for it to dry. After finishing from this step, you could have something that looks like this. Okay? With the glossy inside. You can have it like that, and it's very nice, or you could actually paint it even more and be more creative. This one, I don't think it shows, but I've added a pearly white color inside because it's pearls, okay, and it's very nice. And then you could be more creative and add some glitter. Here I've added 2 shades of glitter. One is bronze and one is gold, and I ended up with this result, okay? Now, to do that, you need to have the paint not dried yet. The paint is the thing that's gonna stick the glitters on the oysters. After that, after deciding what you want to do with the back, you can go ahead in the front and start painting it. I'm gonna help you paint something that's really cute and nice together, okay? So, we're gonna do some flowers, some cute flower patterns. After doing so, you will end up with something that looks like this, okay? Now this is so cute, and you can use it as a tray for accessories. For example, I have some cute little earrings here. I can add them. Another thing that you could do with oysters, we're not done. Instead of throwing your candles that looks old and used, you can melt them and use them as candles on the oysters. That's the end of our segment today. Stay tuned for more fun tips that we could do at home.
We all love to carry high leather goods, right? That's why our guests always have curiosity on why these goods are so expensive and what is the process behind the scenes to produce such nice, elegant items. So she started following leather designers and crafters on Instagram and other social media, maybe a year or 2 before she decided to have the proper training to be a leather crafter. October 2017, I went to Zurich, Switzerland for a 5 days one-to-one training program with master leather crafter Peter Netz. According to her, Peter is exceeding the high-end bag designers' brands and perfections. You name it, he will be involved in it. Since then, she have engaged in making leather goods in her free time. She revisited Peter for another 5 days in October 2019, 2 years after her first visit. The rest of the journey is self-taught. Currently, I am the owner, designer, crafter, photographer. Basically, I am the one and only person in the studio. I do make everything from A to Z.
And we're back with you, dear viewers. 2 of the wonderful ladies that have their golden touches, Qamar Khaja and Hanadi Shabako. Hinda is a Kuwaiti brand name established in the late 2017. All leather goods are designed and crafted in her house workshop. All of her products are handmade carefully by adopting French-style crafting techniques. They are cut, saddled, stitched. No stitching machine is used. Each product will have slight variations from one another due to this handmade process. If you asked her what is her future plan, well, I think she doesn't know yet, but I know for sure that we will get it from her soon enough. She has many plans in mind. She wanted to expand her products variety to include men and women products and have more design that is unique. And this is the most important thing. I don't want to talk so much and I don't want to take a lot of her time. Let's welcome my guest today, Hanadi Yusuf Shabako, leather crafter, and she is a Kuwaiti crafter. Hello and good morning, Hanadi.
Hello, Amel. Good morning.
I am so proud to have you here with me, and you know how proud I am. We were talking about that before and I was like shouting proud on Instagram, right?
Definitely. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
It is an honor and we are glad to have you with us. I know that a lot of people would love to ask you why or when did you start it? First of all, why did you start leather crafting?
Yeah, sure. Well, actually it happened back 5 years ago. You know, sometimes when you go to buy luxury leather goods, you search for certain items, for certain specific details, and you are curious why they are charging us that much for buying such luxury goods.
Exactly.
What is the process behind making these leather goods? So I started searching the internet, and I've learned how to craft simple things from YouTube. I've tried myself. Then I've decided this is something I like and I would like to pursue as a hobby.
So you took it from a hobby, from a question, into a trade, and you traveled directly to?
Yeah, actually, I've decided to go abroad to train as a professional leather crafter. Okay. So I went to Switzerland and got trained by the famous Peter Nitz at that time, back in 2017. We have crafted a small pochette. Then after that I came back to Kuwait, started practicing, and with the trial and error, and sometimes I get so frustrated actually from how the details need to be so consistent and so to the specific details, you know. Then after that I went back again after 2 years and trained from Peter Nitz again and made this beautiful handbag with the luxurious, most expensive leather that is being used by the big designers' houses. And since that, I started getting in orders for specific leather goods.
That is a wonderful, really thing that you have done with this bag, and this is what I can see. The leather is marvelous, the details, and also the colorings. And just, dear viewers, just look at it. It resembles my colors today, and it's by coincidence. I didn't really plan it, right? Hanadi, I know that a lot of people would ask, and I asked that before, where did you get the leather from? Because we don't have a leather craftsman here in Kuwait, right?
Definitely. Actually, all the materials starting from the leather, from the hardwares used in the bags, and all the materials, the supporting materials, and the adhesive that we use to glue the leather items, and the edge painting that we use, it's all being purchased from the premier quality from abroad. That's from Europe, from the States, from Asia, mainly Europe actually. Unfortunately, here in the local markets, these items are not available.
Okay, I know that whenever we want to buy something, we always go, in the past days, I say we go to the big brands, but now the thinking of the people really have shifted. I would love to have something unique, made just for me, and by doing that, I know Hinda is doing it for you specifically, for myself. No one else will have it, and the details. This question is not with the questions, Hanadi. I know if you stayed with someone and you were talking and they asked for something, do you put their personality into it?
Yeah, definitely. That is starting from the designs. Actually, I get approached by the clients where they ask for specific designs with all the details, starting from the dimensions of the bag, the width, the height, the depth, and the details. I go into the leather they would use. Are they using the luxury leather? Which is the exotic, like what we do have in here on the table. We do have crocodile and alligators, and then go into details where they specify even the color inside the bag, and the edge paint and the color of the stitching that we are using. So the thread color they could specify. Sometimes some of them they need the specific dividers inside, the zippers it has to be inside. All the details and like for example the strength, like the length of the strap that is used in the bag. So all the specific details that we take care of.
So what's your touch? What is Hanadi's touch in it? I know that people will ask, but no matter what, any artist would have his own touch. Where's Hanadi's touch?
Well, my touch is on the details of the item.
Yes.
Well, they explain general idea. I go and design and make the patterns exactly as what they want, and added some more touches. Like if it's a feminine, it will be a feminine look touch. And if it's like more masculine, it needs to be rigid and like it has a same shape of the masculine items. Like for example, this bag in here we do have in front of us. This is like, it becomes popular these days that men tends to carry these bags where they can put all their belongings in these bags and walk anywhere they could go. This bag being designed with the specific details inside. To the specific needs of the clients.
And I can really see it. Its shapes is different, and this one has those tiny little details in it. And I think this is what is called Hanadi, those little details.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I know all of those types could be used in different products. And when you started, you said you did this luxurious bag, and I can see how you gave it heart and sweat in it. But other types, what is another type? What is the most, I think sometimes when it's big, it's easier than the smallest items, right? Or
definitely, definitely. Although the big items takes time, takes much more materials, but the specific items that is people, they see it's like, oh, this is something small, it will finish in a very short time period. For example, we do have this like a watch straps in here. These watch straps takes a long time. You see 2 lines of stitching, which is a hand stitch. We don't use machines as you have mentioned in the beginning of the interview. And so much details, even the clients could ask for a certain edge colors in here, a certain color of the stitches. And these items takes long time, you know, it could go up to 6-8 hours in process. Wow. Whereas the big items, it could go up to 40-50 hours of work.
Well, that's hard hours and long hours, and you're not completely without just a freelancer. But I know these hours would come very high cost by you, because you give them after your work and after hours upon your families and supporters. And just believe me, dear viewers, the biggest supporter is here with us in the studio, but behind the cameras, cheering for her and having her photos, her spouse, Mr. Ahmed. Hanadi, here in Kuwait, we have a tough weather, very cold in the winter, very hot in the summer. And when we ask for some bags, we really do them bad. We put them here and there, we carry them everywhere. So how do the leather really tolerate all that, especially here in Kuwait?
Yeah, well, all the types of leathers, especially like even the natural leather, you need to take care of it. Actually, it doesn't need to be exposed to the direct sunlight. Try to avoid it from any moist water, direct water.
So cleaning them with water is not?
No, it's just a dump clothes, and you could just clean it. Try to keep it safe and like in their original dust bags. Yeah.
Well, this is really good tips, because you see a lot of people would wash it with like those sponges and soap and water. Yeah. But that's not how we treat the leather, the pure leather.
Definitely, it will remove actually the stains and the colors of the items.
Okay. Yeah. I know that I have seen on some of the social media tubes that someone would say, this costs that and this costs this, because they add the cost of the time, the leather, the stitches, the accessories. And when we compare it to a big brand, the amount that we are buying from the big brand really has tripled or quadrupled in the amount of the real, let's say, product. And no matter what, the product from a person that has it uniquely for you is different than the name of a brand, because sometimes they, in mass marketing, they don't use the original leathers, they use some semi-artificial leathers.
Yes.
So
they call it a vinyl. Or,
yes.
Or a canvas. Some of the famous brands, they don't use original or like a real leather. They use canvas, and they are like very popular, and they charge like high prices
for a canvas. It's not the original one.
Exactly.
So if you came to a specific craftsmanship or womanship, as we are seeing here with us in the studio, then this is the real deal.
Yes, definitely. Actually, we are using here the like a premium leather that is being sourced from the tanneries that provide these luxury designers' houses, and but we don't charge the same
amount.
We don't charge the same amount.
Hanadi, if I took a bag from Hanadi now and I went outside and it scratched or it got something with it, how can I fix it?
Well, actually, fixing a bag is a bit like difficult. But for example, people, they complain when they buy like a brand. Some of them actually, it will, when you open the zipper, it will tear off, or the handles will break. This will not happen with our brands as a crafters. We used to reinforce the items. So it's a heavy duty. It looks luxurious, it looks prestigious, and actually it's durable. So you won't find this like problems that you're facing with
so
the,
if
with
I
the
took
other
Hinda's
brands.
back, I will not have any more problems with it.
Unless you bring a scissors and cut it.
Thank you. As a last question, Hanadi, I know that you started as a hobby.
Yes.
How did you switch to business?
Well, actually, started as a hobby. I tried until I am confident to produce a good products. Then started like getting some orders from family members. Then started getting from friends. Then friends from friends. So and you know, people like it's a word of mouth. So everyone is like sharing Instagram accounts, and started getting orders for items that you will not find in the market. For example, watch straps. Sometimes people have luxurious or these vintage watches where it's discontinued, and they would like to change their straps for these watches. So I get approached by them, and they bring the watch, and I change their brand, their straps.
Well, thank you very much, Hanadi, for being here with us and showing us all of that, and thank you for the craftsmanship. I think that is something to be proud of. Something, if you made something by your hand, that's the most important thing that you can produce. It's like a child of your own.
Definitely. Thank you, Amal, for having me today here. It's been a pleasure.
It is. And dear viewers, whenever you go, everyone has its own, let's say, deal about anything or has their own mind of something. But be sure, each one of us is unique. That's why we want something unique, as good as that would be for us, especially in Good Morning Kuwait. So we would thank Hanadi Yusuf Shabako, leather crafter, and we will go to a quick break to see later on what we have more.
That was a wonderful interview with our colleague Amal and also our guest Hanadi. It's really an amazing leathers, isn't it, Amal? Wow.
Yes, it is, and luxurious as well, and a Kuwaiti brand, Sarah. What can we ask for? This is why we always say here in Good Morning Kuwait, we bring you the best of the best, the elite, the top, let's say, notch here, and it is Kuwaiti brand. So whatever you take, that would be just for you. As Gumar Khaja, our colleague as well, an artist, he gave us something that we can do craft with us together. and also Captain Anwar Buftain, who had that award, Sarah.
It was amazing.
Kuwaitis, they do a lot of good things.
Exactly, Emel. We had really a richy episode, dear viewers, today with our guests, actually, Mazen Al-Ansari. He talked about the Yom Al-Bahar. It was really, we are so excited. After a month, we're going to have this opening of this heritage place, and also our guest, Captain Buftain. I hope you enjoyed our episode, dear viewer, as much as we did. See you for the next one, and have a warm Monday.
Be careful of the rains, don't drive fast, and be healthy, well and safe. From all of us, goodbye.